welcome to our show. I hope you've had dinner already because tonight's Muppet Television is all about food and it might make you hungry. You're always hungry. Anyhow, in the second half of our show, John Hurt, as the storyteller, tells the tale of the three ravens.
It was the witch herself who lit the torch and took it towards the bundles of hay and twigs. And then...
But we start our show with Kermit and the gang and Muppet Television. Hope you enjoy it.
I woke up this morning.
You woke up this morning.
Feeling so bad.
Feeling so bad.
Will you stop that?
Will you stop
It's
that?
driving me mad.
It's driving me mad.
No, stop the singing and get out of my control room. Don't you people know you're driving me crazy?
Oh, I think we put those changes together, yeah.
You're driving me crazy. What can I do?
Something.
Oh, Kermit, we'd love to keep playing requests, but it's time for the opening number.
You're right. What do I know? Carry on. Ladies and gentlemen, the food chain song.
You could be my sugar. You could be my spice. You could be the reason why I dine in paradise. Taste how you love.
Once I tried your lovin', I had to try it twice. I lost my fancy manners, I didn't mind the price.
Taste how you love. Too many days with a hurting heart. Too many nights where the hunger starts. Then you appear and the wait was through.
Give me taste of love. Gimme.
Taste how you love.
Gimme. So now I need your loving. I need it every day. You know I face starvation if you take your love away. Gimme.
Taste how you love.
Gimme.
My soul keeps getting fainter. Body's fading too. Waste away forever without a taste of you.
Gimme.
Taste how you love.
Gimme.
Too many days with the hurts and the heart. Too many nights when the hunger starts. Then you appeared and the wait was through. Wondering what can I do? Ah, give me taste of love. Ah, give it to me.
Taste how you love.
Somebody help me.
Taste how you love. Taste how you love. Taste how you love. Taste how you love.
Oh, that was hip.
Ooh, nice work, B.
Things, maybe we'll get a chance to work together again.
Or maybe not. Anyhow, hey guys, that was really a very nice number.
Oh, thank you.
Kermit.
Hey, what's up next?
Actually, nothing that involves you guys. So, there really isn't a lot of room in here.
Hey, that's plenty of room, man. You're just not using the space.
Yeah, if you took out all these monitors,
Yeah, maybe knocked out some of these walls.
you'd have room for a ping pong table. Now, that would be all right.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Kermit, bad news from the world of ratings. Ever since the song ended, we've been losing our market share.
Well, you're the demographic expert. What do you suggest?
Well, is there a program that would have more appeal to the average consumer?
Oh, Kermit, we've got a whole supermarket on monitor 91.
Well, thanks, Vicky. Digit, why don't you punch that up?
Oh,
Now listen, guys, don't you have somewhere else you'd like to go?
Excuse me, young man.
Yes, madam. Can I be of some assistance?
Yes, please. Can you tell me where this eggplant comes from? I seem to have picked it up by mistake.
Yes. Yes, I can tell you where this eggplant comes from. And do you know why I can tell you where this eggplant comes from?
No,
Because I'm Sheldon!
No!
Sheldon, the all-knowledgeable grocery store stock boy!
Sheldon, it's just an eggplant.
Just an eggplant? soon. But together, you and I shall unravel the mystery of this odd-shaped purple enigma.
I thought you said it was an eggplant.
Eggplant? Huh? It's a miracle! A miracle, I tell you!
Oh! Oh!
I didn't know grocery boys could fly.
No.
Eggplants come from modern rural farms like this one.
Yes, I know.
The farmers grow the eggplants in the Earth's rich soil.
Yes, I know,
But the most important part of the process is planting the chickens.
Yes, I know. What?
Hi, Sheldon!
Hi, guys.
Did you bring the donuts?
Yeah.
Donuts?
Oh!
Yeah, raspberry jelly. Anyway, this is where the eggplants come from. Ooh. Well done, Edna. See? Told ya.
Look, supermarket man,
Sheldon, the ever knowledgeable
Whatever. Look, I just want to know where eggplants come from in the store, not in the universe.
Oh. I say so in the first place. That's easy. 5.
Oh, boy.
Well, goodbye and good eating.
Goodbye, Sheldon!
Why, Sheldon, don't leave me.
So, would you care to visit the cheese orchard?
No, I would not.
Gee, are you okay?
Sure. Got any donuts?
Donuts? Of course not. This is the control room of a network television show.
Pass the nacho chips.
Any more sodas?
Try over there.
Hey, you play cards?
Ha! Does cheese grow on trees?
Hey, what? Did you block on the TV?
Oh! What's on?
Next up, we've got this really cute children's
What
program.
else is on?
Well, what about that new food program starring that Link Hogthrob?
Oh, Link Hogthrob! Never miss it!
Well, wait a second.
Too late.
Hello, and welcome to Luncheon with Link. I'm your host, Link Hogthrob, here on the restaurant beat with a nose for news and a mouth for munching. But enough clever banter. Today we're lunching at Cafe Tyria, famous for its nouvelle cuisine.
Excuse me, Mr. Hogthrob, your table is ready.
Aren't you a rat?
Oh, I wouldn't like to say, sir.
But you are a rat.
Oh, but I hate to brag, sir.
There's a rat in the restaurant!
Now, what can I get for you?
The owner! That's what you can get for me!
Oh, all right. Follow me this way, please.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
2 sweet and sticky specials.
Free number 8, hold the goo.
Oh no!
The television visitors, welcome to my kitchen.
You're a cockroach.
No. Here we say I am the cockroach. A little culinary witticism, no?
A cockroach is running the kitchen.
Ah, well, the miracles are made, no? Take a look. The best bouillabaisse in the world starts with the best ingredients. And over there, the luckiest crepes in the world are finished with a flourish of cream. All served by the most discerning staff on the very best silverware in the world.
But this is terrible. A restaurant staffed by rats and cockroaches?
Exactement. Catering to persons like yourself.
Like me?
Well, you are the pig.
I beg your pardon.
Lift the lid and taste the aroma.
It smells like swill.
Yes, swill fit for a swine.
Yummy.
And so we end our visit to Cafe Tyria, one of the new temples to Belle cuisine. Thank you for joining us on Luncheon with Link.
Oh, that's a great show! And this is a great hand! Rate 'em in wheat, boys! Come to mama! Hey, Frog, you got anything else to eat?
Are you kidding? You guys have eaten every crumb of food in the place.
No problem. We'll order in.
Listen, I have a good idea I think you're going to like a lot.
What's that?
Why don't you go out to eat?
No, can't do that.
Why not?
Well, we're waiting for the laundry to finish. It's on the delicate cycle.
Hello, Harry's Deli? Hey, listen, Kermit the Frog here. What? How are things here?
Okay, 5-card draw. Everything wild.
Wild?
Wow.
Don't ask. Hey, but listen, could you send me up my usual sandwich and a glass of milk?
Hey, are you ordering food?
Listen, I think you're going to need a pencil.
Let's eat a collection of your favorite titles from the greatest road groups of all time, featuring the vegetables with Gouda Lovin', Cheese Release Me, Stop in the Name of Fruit, and Would You Like a Sprout, Alfie? Who can ever forget Barbara Streisand, which with Not to mention, It's My Pantry and I'll Fry If I Want To, Embraceable You, It's Not Easy Being Green, and Fry Me a Liver. Let's Eat gives you all the magic of the Dave Carp 5 with Hey please make it more. Give peas a chance. Please cheese me. 50 ways to love your liver. You're gonna lose that grill. Walk on by and of course
Like a sturgeon.
Like a sturgeon.
Stop for the very first time.
Oh, yeah. Sam and Ella relive their salad days with hot dishes like veal meat again. Fry a yellow gibbon to stir with love. And don't cry for me, I'm a wiener. And many, many more. And don't forget that with each order you get a completely free copy of Heartburn Hotel.
That was cute. This looks cuter.
Boy, what a day.
Anthony, you just sit there and relax. Here, I've got something for us to snack on. So, tell me all about it.
What the heck are these? You know how I hate people.
They're new. They're called Screaming No-Nos.
Oh, why do they always give these products such dumb names? How come they're called Screaming No-Nos?
Oh, no!
Oh, okay.
So, tell me, what happened at the therapist?
Well, honey, I told him all about us. You're a full-time, high-powered attorney, and so am I. We just don't have the time to share our feelings honestly and all that sensitive stuff.
But you're a very sensitive person.
I know that.
And what did he say?
Well, he said if I keep putting my anger in mason jars and sticking them on the shelf, well, then sooner or later the canning factory explodes.
You mean?
Yes. My uncontrollable rages. Oh, good. Dip.
That's disgusting. Yeah. Anybody hungry?
So, what's the answer?
Well, I have to learn to express my anger.
Honey, if expressing your anger is going to help our marriage, then I'm all for it, dear.
Oh, you'll only cry.
No, I won't, really. Go ahead.
Well, okay. What always annoys me is the way you...
See, you're crying. Can't we get anything right? Here I am trying to express my anger, and you're just getting deeper and deeper into self-pity. Boy, your selfishness is just incredible.
Is that any better? Do you feel lighter? A few less mason jars on the shelf? Did it help?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I feel great.
You're magnificent when you're slightly irritable.
I love you, Fern. Yes, I do. Oh. No. I think I just ate something that disagreed with me.
No, it wasn't a pastrami in a vanilla milkshake. It was a pastrami and a vanilla milkshake. Okay, and that's 2 Reubens, 3 with pickles. You know, I think you're really going to need that pencil.
Oh, Kermit.
Oh, yeah, and some of that fuzzy purple food that has no name. Mustard or motor oil.
Regular, of course.
Regular, of course. Okay, that's it.
Hey, Kermit.
Oh, yeah?
I guess this isn't a good time to discuss something not very important and probably quite irritating.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Well, I've been going over the ratings, and I find we're not addressing the Danish cowboy crowd at all.
We're not?
I know, I was surprised myself.
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, I've been working on a little something I call Sheriff Hamlet.
Yeah?
To be or not to be? That's the question, and I got the answer right here.
You're right. This is not a good time.
You, Zondra.
Attention viewers of this infantile program, we have...
Digit, it's happening again. Would you like to check the transmitter?
Yes, we here at Gorilla Television have taken charge of the broadcast now. You've seen that so-called humor about food.
This is no laughing matter. You people will eat anything, no matter how disgusting.
Yeah, just so long as you see it on TV.
To prove this point, we have something here called Mrs. Vivian Eggloff, an average television consumer.
Hi, Viv. Comfy? Watch how she will desire any food she sees on this television set.
Help me! Somebody please help me! They're out of their minds!
Cooperate, Mrs. Eggloff. We're using you to demonstrate how the average person is a slave to media.
Get away from me, you weirdo! Do you know who my husband is?
Words, mere words. Turn on the television, Ubu.
Let me go, you maniac!
Yes, you just add water to the mix and presto, it pops up into a fasto cake. No baking, no mixing, no icing. Just fasto. Watch.
You know, that would be awfully handy.
It's full of chemicals, Vivian.
I mean, if company drops by suddenly?
An average consumer like you eats 9 pounds of chemicals per year.
Or if you have to go to a bake sale in a hurry and you have to bring a little something, this is just the thing.
Hopeless.
What about midnight snacks? A fresh baked cake at 1 in the morning?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Ubu, have you gone mad?
Well, just think about it, Zondra. You refused to cook because of some book you read once. Not that I'd ever want you to cook. I could make my own fasto cake.
In a jiffy.
This is more dangerous than I thought. Ubu, shut that thing off.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to find out where I can get fasto cake mix.
Yeah.
Fight it, Ubu.
That's fasto cake mix, now available at your local supermarket.
All right, let's go, Mrs. Eggloff. If we hurry, we can just make it.
Yes. After school snacks will be a breeze.
You're telling me.
Chip! Cut the signal. Oh.
So then we pull Ophelia out of the horse trough, and boy, is she mad.
Kermit, the cooking program's ready on monitor 37.
Oh, good. You know, Waldo, you may have a point about this Scandinavian audience thing.
Then we're going with the Danish cowboys?
No, we're going with the Swedish Chef.
Oh, great. We don't feed their souls, we pump their stomachs.
Cue the chef.
More. Numbers 52. Inger Farb, der Barbern Forben, der Burger to the Fleur de Tofu Pasta, the Trendy Windy Woo. Is
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding.
Der Cookie Roachy.
Bonjour, I am the famous chef Jacques Roach. And today I show you how to make something very special. Okay? Okay, first we take the frying pan. Whoops. And the next thing we do is we take the...
seed.
What?
Spray der buggy. Spray.
Smells like a fresh
Know what's going on down here.
Every little breeze seems to whisper disease. Yes. Now we make one of my favorite dishes. Now we play for you un petit chanson, yes? Yes! On les moutons, des baguettes à l'ouest, à la mode, chapeau, moi la vache,
Oh, der Cookie Roachy soufflé.
So then, Sheriff Hamlet and Hopalong Laertes duel to the death with poison cattle prods. What do you say? Is it in the show? Huh?
Well, look, Waldo, you know, you really do a good job tracking the ratings and keeping up our demographics.
So I guess the answer's no, eh?
Well, I'm afraid so. But look on the bright side. The food is here.
Oh, Kermit, you never let me do anything in the show.
Oh, that's all right, little fella. You can come along with us and do the closing number.
Are you sure that's all right?
Yeah, great. Let's jam.
But wait a second. What am I supposed to do with all this food?
Not now, Kermit. We're trying to put on a television show here.
Will that be cash or charge?
When I taste the tang of peaches, I always think of cream. If I meet up with a chicken, I hear the word supreme. Every cider has a Z and every PH has a D.
But who belongs to me?
When Laurel's in the doorway, his heart is far behind. When there's a rockin' in your body,
they'll be rolling on your mind. Every team must have a he and every cop deserves a plea.
But who belongs to me?
Me, what can it be that goes with me like A and B and fits me to a T?
Eggs and me or ham and me, none of them will do.
Me and
There are roving bands of knights who only want to find their days.
There's a steady stream of wills who won't go home without their ways.
For the skeleton is hell if one's got dead with Hataki.
But who belongs to me?
I will seek until I find you, till we fit as right as rain.
I will dig through dictionaries till we mesh with might and main.
For at last I know what's missing.
And my lifelong search is through.
I belong to you.
You, fit me like a shoe. Go with me like A with B, fit me to a T.
You and me, or me and you.
Either one will do.
Me and
You, fit me like a shoe. Go with me like A with B, fit me to a T. You and me, or me and you, either one will do.
Teller has come to us through many countries and over many years. It's been called everything from the 6 Swans to the 12 Brothers. Our version is called the 3 Ravens.
One day in November, the Queen died. Outside the palace, the leaves fell lamenting, reds and golds falling. Inside, weeping, the king, his 3 sons, his daughter. And the people filed slowly by to shed their own tears for the dear queen. But there was one among the mourners whose eyes were dry. There was one among the mourners whose heart was ice, whose soul was cold, whose smile was sly, whose brain raced ahead to the day when the king would want to ease his loneliness. And the witch, for which she was, fixed her dry eyes on the king and schemed.
Mine.
She schemed.
Mine, all mine. And you may well weep.
Her scheme was simple and terrible. She groaned for power, for majesty over all things, for the cold ring of gold around her head. She wanted this until the want ate away her heart and soul. So she set to work on the king. The king wouldn't marry a witch. No, the king didn't even see the witch. He didn't feel the sun on his face or the rain, just this tug of the past, all day, all night, memories tugging on his sleeve. His poor heart, you see, was broken. But the witch could charm the skin from a snake, and she turned all her power on the king. She wound him in inch by inch, the past tugging him one way, she patiently pulling him the other. Because he thought when he looked at her, he saw his wife's face. And indeed he did. You're back, he keeps saying. She says, our little secret. That's witchery. Oh, yes. It was a spell, and it worked.
I've got something wonderful to tell you. I've met someone very special. Children, we're going to be married. We're going to be happy again.
I hope you'll think of me as your friend. And then, in time, perhaps, as your mother.
Our mother's dead.
I think we mean as a new mother, don't we?
Yes. In time. Well.
Try for me. Will you?
Oh, yes, all hugs, all family. But Witch watched and cursed them. They were her rivals and her enemies, these four grieving and bewildered children. And a canker grew in her mind because she would not share. She wanted it all. And she sowed a seed of fear in the children's lives. Stairs gave way, horses bucked wild, balconies crumbled, even the toy box was terrible. Of course, the witch herself was all honey, always honey. But sometimes the king caught a look and worried she was also the bee.
That's right, and bees sting. I hate that witch.
Poor man, then. Torn in half, enchanted by his new queen, frightened for his children. What could he do?
I said I'd take you on a special holiday. We're almost there.
A forest?
A magic forest. Follow the thread.
Follow the thread! Follow the thread! Hurry up, it's perfect. There's a stream. And a house.
And sure enough, there it was, pink and perfect. And the boys laughed and larped as if a great weight had lifted off them. And their sister sat by the stream and dipped her toes and missed her mother, which she always did when she was happy.
This is your secret place. No one can find you here without the thread. I'll visit you each day.
You've brought us here because of her, haven't you? Our stepmother.
No, of course not.
But his daughter was right, quite right. For even as she spoke, the witch, her stepmother, sat in her tower and studied horrible spells. For the children were obstacles between her and power, growing, daily growing like clouds over her. And now she would discover where they were, her clouds, and puff them clean away.
Where have you been?
I took the children on a trip. A holiday.
Oh, yes. Anywhere nice?
Yes, very nice. What's that you're sewing?
Shirts. I'm sewing them all little shirts, aren't they sweet?
That's nice. Is there love, those?
You're being very mysterious.
Am I? What about?
The children. Our children. You want me to be their mother, but what mother can tolerate not knowing where her children have gone to?
I just want them to have a secret holiday. Makes it special.
Secret? Yes, of course. But what if something should happen to them? Then where would we be? What happened to you? Still, let that be an end to it. If you don't want to talk about it, that's your right. They're your children. I'm just the stepmother.
But the witch had no intention of letting that be an end to it. The next day, the king rode off, and she followed stealthy as a bat and watched him roll out the magic thread. And with sly sleight of hand, she stole it for herself, and soon she watched it wind its secret way towards the children. Shirts she carried, and a chill curse she knew by heart.
Have you caught these fish yourselves? How clever!
How did you find us here?
Where's our father?
He's just coming. Look, I brought you presents. Aren't they nice? I sewed each one by hand. Thank you. Put them on. Then your father can see them.
But how can their father see them when this thread won't work, when this ball won't roll?
Where's your sister? I miss her. She should be here. Come along, then. Your shirt.
And all the while the king stumbles lost in the forest and cries out, "Children!"
The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry.
And the princess runs for help, runs for her life.
My daughter. Daughter? Boys! Boys!
Husband? Husband?
What have you done?
Me? I've done nothing. What are you doing here? This is my secret place.
Where are my children?
Oh, are the children here?
I can't look at you.
Please do. Please look at me.
I heard my daughter cry out to me.
I think you must be unwell. Are you sickening for something? Let me see. Let me soothe you.
No, no, get away from me! Boys! Boys?
Yes, you're upset. I'll have to think about this. About what we can do with you.
And for a day and a night, the princess ran, stumbled, fled until she dropped into a dead sleep. And when she woke, she saw 3 ravens before her. Or perhaps she dreamt it, because they spoke to her. "Sister," they seemed to say, "we are trapped. Help us."
How? How can I help you?
You must keep silent. You must not speak to a single soul for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. Only then can the spell be broken.
Then I shall not speak.
Putting her finger to her lips as a sign, the princess promised not to speak to a single soul for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
The princess, she couldn't speak to anyone?
No.
Hello? Goodbye? I'm hungry?
No.
What about a note? She could write a note.
Nothing. If she spoke to another soul, her brothers would remain ravens forever. Such was the power of their stepmother's spell. And so the princess made her home high in the hollow of an old dead tree and was silent while weeks and weeks went by. Until one day, a young prince, far from home, stumbles across a stream. And in that stream, he sees a handkerchief float by.
Hello, is this yours? Come back. Have you been cursed? Is that it? Can you not speak? Don't be frightened. I won't hurt you. Look, I'll sit quietly down here beside you. See?
And saying that, he sat beside her and took out his food and offered it to her, and she was famished and had some, and soon he set off talking of his past, his present, and his plans, and all the while he's thinking, what eyes? All the while he's thinking, to kiss that mouth. And the prince came back every day for a week, and the princess found she could smile again, a darling smile. A smile that wrapped all the way round her heart and his heart and squeezed them tight together. And the prince gave up speaking too, and they were content to simply sit and hug on that smile. Until one day he could not contain his thoughts and said them all. Love, he said, and marriage, and always and ever. And they kiss, and that was that.
So she spoke.
Not a whisper. The prince set her up on his horse, and they rode the long ride to his kingdom. And on the way, he spoke of his father, the king, and of his beloved mother who had died. And the princess wanted to say, I know. She wanted to say, mine too, but she couldn't. So she didn't. And at length they were there at the gates of the palace, and as proud as you please.
Father, madam, I want you to meet my sweetheart.
His father looked down, and so did his stepmother.
The witch.
The witch.
But she was married to the other king.
The other king was dead, poisoned. Oh no. The witch had a taste for kings now, for countries, for the princess was a thorn pricking at her ambitions. The princess could not speak, but she accused with her looks. Killer of my father, bewitcher of my brothers. And the witch knew she must have done with her. And so the battle began, the good princess and the wicked witch. But the prince knew nothing of this, and married his sweetheart. And it was true. The moon was honey for them.
It kicked. It's moving. It's kicking me.
And not a minute, it seemed, before there he was. A son, a boy. And the young mother would have given anything, everything, to say his name, sing to him, whisper. But she couldn't, so she didn't.
He has his mother's eyes. How lovely. Let's hope he has your voice, my dear. Look after him, won't you? Hug him all up, little man.
She does.
Of course she does.
What? What is it? Where's the baby, darling?
The princess didn't know and couldn't speak, and their baby was nowhere to be found, and the pain of it intolerable, until one night she went to the garden and dug with her hands in the ground a small hole, and bending to the earth, screamed with all her heart, screamed and screamed her pain into the hole until morning. And it was better. And looking up to the sky, she saw her brothers, the ravens, circling above her. The days pass, they seem to say. Hold to your promise. Hold to your promise.
Your father and I are so sad for you both.
Thank you.
So sad. Well, it couldn't be you don't think the princess didn't, well, want the little baby, perhaps, and...
She loved him.
Of course she did. Stupid. Forget I said anything. Please?
Dearest, where have you been? I looked everywhere. What have you got on your hands? What's this? Is it earth?
Perhaps she's been digging a little hole. What have you been digging? It must pain you so much she's done.
I hate that witch. I bet she did something to the baby.
No one knew, or no one said. And when the news came the princess was to have a second baby, the joy was muted. Quiet.
And 2 years and 2 months after the princess took her vow of silence, another boy was born to her. And she would not let this precious son from her sight, not for an instant, until exhaustion overcame her, and her eyes stopped fighting and closed. And when she woke, whispers were whispered in the corridors of the castle. 2 babies disappeared. What kind of mother, these whispers asked, who loses babies who will not speak? Cursed, they said, these gossips. Bewitched.
Yes?
You know, before, when my first son... You know, you asked, and I said, impossible. But now I don't know, and I'm frightened.
Oh, I know. I understand.
And she is with child again. I could not bear...
Shh. Don't worry. When the time comes, we must watch her closely. We must love her very much, but we must watch closely. Don't worry, I'm here. Now, who do I remind you of?
My mother.
I know.
And so, 3 months later, when the baby came...
Darling, our son, our beautiful little son, what I should like to do is perhaps to take him with me for a day or two somewhere safe, somewhere where no one will find him or harm him. I told you she wouldn't.
Of course. Well, it's late. Stay by her until the morning, and then we'll see. Stay beside her until the morning. Peace and lovely. Lovely.
And so they sat, silent, their hearts full to bursting, watching their tiny child, its fingers like stars. And the mother prayed, and the father prayed, but the strain, the tiredness of the birth washed over them, huge waves washing over them, lulling them to sleep. And for a minute, 2 minutes, 3, they slept. And then the prince woke.
Oh, no. Oh, no! What have you done? What have you done?
What's happened? What's the matter?
It's horrible. I can't believe it. She's a witch. My poor babies. My poor sons.
Yes, she must be burned as a witch.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow she must be burned.
And so it was decreed that 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days after she had taken her vow of silence, the poor, innocent princess would be burnt at the stake as a witch.
Why didn't she speak? She can speak now, can't she?
No, not yet. Not until the midday. As they prepared the bonfire, the sundial in the courtyard was still far from the midday. And they came for her and tied her to the stake. And as the sundial neared the line of 12, it was the witch herself who lit the torch and took it towards the bundles of hay and twigs. And then 3 ravens flew at the witch, wheeling and diving and crashing. And she dropped the torch, and in a second was nothing but dust and ashes.
Brothers. My brothers. My brothers!
And her 3 brothers, freed from their spell, pulled their sister from the stake and hugged her and kissed her, and now she could not speak for crying. And there was more. For now all was restored to her, and good held sway. And the girl who kept faith and had but one face for everyone was rewarded with sons and brothers and a sweetheart and a crown. And she practiced her smile until it was perfect.
Well, I thought the babies had been killed.
No, the witch had cast them down a well. But the ravens knew and caught them up safe and cared for them. And so they lived happily.
Yes, but it wasn't 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 whole days, was it?
No, clever clogs. The princess spoke 3 minutes too soon. And because of that, her youngest brother kept one wing forever. But he didn't mind, and nor do I, and nor, my dear, should you. The Tale of the 3 Ravens.
That Anthony was eating earlier in the show? Well, this is a Screaming No-No. No, no. Did you enjoy being eaten by Anthony? Oh, yes, yes. Well, that's all the show there is for tonight. Next week, however, there will be more fun, more music, and more stories. Join us then. Yes, yes.